Okay, I'm going to start the music right now.
Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we take whatever artist or band we're doing for the week and then rank all their albums, give our biggest bangers from each of them. And we also do our 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge. If you don't know what that is the same as the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, but with Tom and the artist of the week. My name is Tyler, way out there, hundreds of miles away, way out there. Neither is Jeff. Go to Apple Podcasts, go rate, review, and subscribe to us on there. Give us 5 stars. Give us a 5-star review. That'd be awesome. Go to the social medias at Asinine Radio. That's where we can be found. And that's all I got for the intro because intros are fucking boring. So let's just get right into the 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge. What do you got, Jeff? Go.
Yeah, I got 0 because I forgot to do this. Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah, but I did just Google Kesha Tom DeLonge, and Kesha says that a UFO sighting inspired her new album.
Oh,
and as we know, Tom also was inspired by UFOs. So there's that.
Wow.
UFOs.
He even wrote a song about aliens
and their existence.
That's true. Wow. Okay, so I got 2.
Yeah, well, that was fun, huh?
Yeah, I'm having a blast already. So the first one, we start with Kesha, obviously, because that's our artist of the week. And we go from her to Alice Cooper because she was on Alice Cooper album from 2011. We go from Alice Cooper to Wednesday 13 because Alice Cooper was on the latest Wednesday record. And then Wednesday to Joey Jordison, who was formerly of Slipknot. Rest in peace. And then from Joey to Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor was on Travis Barker's solo record, sang on one of the songs. And then Travis to Tom. There you go. 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge. So that's my first. I got 2. So
let's hear it.
Since you're negligent and didn't come up with anything, my second one, we start with Kesha for obvious reasons. We go to Iggy Pop because Iggy Pop was on one of her records. Iggy Pop was also on The Adventures of Pete and Pete, one of my favorite TV shows. Michelle Trachtenberg was his daughter on that show. Michelle Trachtenberg was also in Eurotrip. And if you didn't know, Goldfinger's 99 Red Balloons was on Eurotrip's soundtrack. And then Feldy to Blink to Tom. So there you go.
The Eurotrip was so good. That's such a good movie.
It's really good. It's really good. But yeah, there you go. That's my 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge. The greatest segment of all time. So that's all I got. Jeff's no fun. So let's just move on to our album rankings of Kesha. She has 4 full-length records. So we're gonna go from the worst to the best, and we're also gonna name our biggest banger from each of them. So what do you got for number 4 for Kesha?
This was still good, but Warrior. Like she's worrying a lot. She worries. Warrior. No. Like she's a warrior.
So dumb. A warrior.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is her second album, 2012. But this is, I don't know, we're not talking about like some groundbreaking stuff that's different here. It's pop music. That's what Kesha is at this point. Yeah. But there's a little more variety in the type of pop sometimes. But Warrior is just like it's Animal. It's Animal Part 2, and it didn't quite have the same pop. It's still fun, and like this era of like the female pop stuff was so damn fun. And the song "Only Want to Dance with You" reminded me of like Miranda Cosgrove and some Ashley Simpson mixed together. And so I did have fun with this, and I did enjoy it. I didn't hate it, and I don't know, it was fine.
Just fine.
It was fun.
Would you get it on vinyls?
If it was like like $10 or cheaper, I would. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's too much. Die Young. I think this song is absolutely insane. I think this song is so fucking good. It's unbelievable. And I always forget about this song until I hear it, and then it immediately brings me back to 2012. The club scene. Not that I really did like the club scene that much ever.
We were also kind of like transitioning out of the whole party scene at that point. You know, we had already, I think we had kind of we had already reached our peak of partying, but we were still partying a lot, but it was definitely on a downward slope.
We partied just as much. It was a different kind of party though. We stopped going out to bars and spending. I mean, this is something that I did. It was like going out to a bar and easy dropping $100 on myself.
$100, yeah,
easy.
True.
But now we're transitioning into throwing parties. Now having people at our house and just having fun with like our friends, and then not having to worry about, I don't know, just going out and stuff. And Kesha kind of filled that need. She was there for us. And Die Young, dude. Die Young is a banger of a song. It's so fucking good. It is so goddamn catchy. I love that song so much.
I don't know if I remember that song right now.
Dude, you know Die Young.
I'm sure if I listen to it again, but.
I see your heart beat to the beat of the drums. I'm unashamed that you came here with someone. I'm in my own. That's how she sings it too.
This is also like the first time I listened to most of her records ever, so I don't remember them all. But
dude, Die Young. Everybody knows fucking Die Young.
I might. Okay, so that was your number 4. Die Young was your BB off that one.
Yeah.
Biggest banger. So my number 4. This is definitely not a bad record. I don't think she has any bad records. This isn't like the Velvet Underground, you know, because they had 2 bad records.
Oh yeah, there we go.
But my number 4 is Warrior as well, her second record. I'm with you 100%. This is just the extension of Animal, her first record. It's not bad at all, but it's good electro pop club music. I read like interviews and stuff she said about this record, and she said that like this is like a big evolution for her, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at all. Like, which is not a bad thing because it's still a solid record, but yeah, it's nothing more than the, I guess I don't even want to say B-sides of Animal because it is better than B-sides. It's still a good record. Just
I think like the evolution part was just her. She wrote more on this album. Like I think the Animal, there are some songs that she didn't write like at all. But
no, I think she was credited for everything.
On this one, she wrote at least everything.
Okay.
So maybe that's what she's talking about, but otherwise, no.
I don't know. From what I read, though, it looks like she at least was like head songwriter for every song off Animal. Maybe there were just less people working on the second record.
Involved,
that's why, or less people involved. Yeah, that could have been it. I don't know.
Because it really is like it's another Animal.
It's part 2. Yeah, it's like the deluxe. It's like Animal Deluxe. That's what it is. So yeah, number 4 for me is Warrior. I have 2 BBs off this one, and the first one is the title track because I think that just that synth part, or just I guess synth line or melody or whatever you want to call it, I think it's just so weird and it's so of its time of the club scene, and I just like get nostalgic just listening to that kind of sound. And then it's a really, really cool song. It's a great opener to the album. And then Dirty Love. I mean, Iggy Pop, man. Iggy Pop. I don't give a fuck. Judge me all you want. It's fucking great. So yeah, that Dirty Love is the Iggy Pop song, and it's so much fun. Come on, it does sound a lot like the song Iggy Pop did with Peaches. It sounds a lot like that, which is a great song too. But yeah. So there you go. Number 4 is Warrior for me. So what do you got for number 3?
Rainbow.
Okay.
Rainbow. This is her third album. This is her first album, kind of like back again, right? There was a big break between Warrior and Rainbow. A lot of lawsuits, a lot of things being thrown around, a lot of things in her life that were changing, and this is she's like on her own after that very public battle with the elite in the music industry. And I really do think she did something great here. This sounds like a record she made for herself and was happy doing it. She sounded happy. And on Animal, there are times where I was surprised where she didn't sound happy, but not in the sense that she's like depressed or anything. It was just a little deeper than I thought it would ever be.
Yeah.
But Rainbow, she wasn't hiding. It was, if she was sad, she had a song about being sad. If she was happy, there was a song about being happy. And it was more straightforward, and it was written, man, this is going to sound like a diss, but it was written like a child would write, right? Like, if I am sad, I'm going to write a sad song. If I am happy, I'm going to write a happy song.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Whereas in Animal, there are some songs that are happy, but then the lyrics are a little bit sad, but then like the deeper meaning to it could be even more sad. And so there's a little disjoint there. But with Rainbow, it was just like she did something finally on her own, and she was spearheading it, and it was all about her, and it was endearing, and it was personal, and it wasn't just about like Dr. Luke and that whole trial, but it was just like a cool, empowering record. I really liked it. And then she even did a track with Dolly Parton, which is super rad because she loves Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And it's like, you always like to see people do songs or work with like one of their heroes because it's cute. It's fun.
It's cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
So I liked it. And it wasn't like straight like electronic pop like her first two, and it was different, and we didn't know it at the time, but the direction she was going in was really dope, and I liked it. And there's like a lot of folk and country influence in the later half of this album, which is like my favorite part of this. Hunt You Down is my favorite. Very, very cool. Some cool like electronic beats behind it, but it's very country. And she sings in like this kind of yodel reminiscent of like Jimmy Rogers and his fucking boss. It's so rad.
Does she though?
Dude, she totally does.
So Rainbow was your number 4.
Rainbow is my number 3.
Oh, 3. I'm sorry.
Because we are on number 3, yes.
Because we are at number 3, and she only has 4 records.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct. So that's your number 3. My number 3 is High Road. This is her latest record, came out in 2020. This one, it's a nice, like, I don't want to say throwback to Animal, but it's a good combination of Animal and Rainbow. Because like you said, Rainbow was her just kind of doing whatever she wanted. There was no like overall theme, musically at least. So that's kind of where High Road is. It's a good mixture of both of those records. I have nothing bad to say about High Road at all. I wouldn't get it on vinyl, but yeah, I still think it's a solid record. I would go back to it, and I probably will go back to it because I really enjoyed the listen. And I feel like there's a lot more there than you would initially think. Much like I was surprised by Animal and Rainbow because they're much deeper than I initially thought. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But my favorite song off of High Road is the song Kinky. This is like just a nice throwback to Animal, to that record. Just great electropop, super catchy. I mean, she knows how to write a great fucking song, a great catchy song. That's what she does best. So no matter what anyone says, I mean, she does that so fucking well. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's my number 3 is High Road, her newest record, and my favorite song is Kinky. So what do you got for your number 2?
Number 2, this was hard. And
was it?
This was hard. This was super hard because
I don't think it was.
Yeah, number 2 is Animal. Number 2 is Album of the Week,
no,
baby. It's Animal. It is. It is.
Don't even try to. You can't juke me. I'm like a June bug.
I have to. I have to do it. I went back and forth so many times this week, and I have to do it because.
Man, you're stupid.
I just have to. I have to. It's
okay,
Animal.
There's no way.
It was hard.
Way.
No, there's
no way Animal is your number 2.
Much like the Velvet Revolvers that we did last week. You you must have missed like the bigger picture here because damn.
I'm so curious as to why High Road is your number 1.
Fuck.
Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. Oh God. Okay, so dude, you're fucking ridiculous.
I'm
my
not
number
afraid.
2.
I'm
My
scared.
number 2 is Rainbow. I thought this record was fantastic. I was blown away. Like I thought I was just expecting more of electropop, more of what I had already heard. And I was excited for it. I was happy, I wasn't dreading the experience like I was for Velvet Underground or the Velvet Revolvers, like you just said. But yeah, no, this one, it's all over the place. It has like the pop punk stuff. It has acoustic stuff. It has country. It has her electropop that she's known for. She dabbles in a little bit of everything, or not everything, but a lot of different stuff, a lot of different things. And man, it was really good. The latter half of the record I liked a lot more, but the first half was still solid stuff. And there are some more ballad kind of songs, but they were still really good. They were still really well written, and you can tell she can sing it. She used a ton of auto-tune on Animal, but that was all intentional. Like, she knew what she was doing, and she has a pretty good voice. Not like the greatest of all time, but she has a good voice. So, and she uses it on this album. I think this is a great record, and I have two bangers on this one as well. And Hunt You Down, the country song. I mean, it was so good, man.
Dude, because
it wasn't like
yodeling.
And it wasn't like modern pop country. It was more like kind of old Americana Western. So it just, she blended the two wildly different genres into one song, and she did it so well. Like, it's a great song. And then I had to go with Boots, because Boots is just a solid electropop song. Like, it's just so good. It's so catchy. It's so much fun. Some weird ass shit she does with her vocals. I don't know, man. That way, two wildly different songs on this one record, but they're both equally as good. But that country one just totally threw me off. I did not expect that at all, which was really cool. And it didn't seem derivative, and it didn't seem like she was trying to do it just for the sake of doing it. It seemed very genuine, and I liked it. I thought it was fantastic. So, Rainbow, her third record, is my number 2.
Look at that.
So then your number 1 is High Road, dude. That's unbelievable.
High Road. This is her latest album. This one came out last year. And first, let me just say that we talked about some of these songs in the pod, and we liked them, and we like, this is like good shit. Like, we both enjoyed them. As an old Kesha fan, as a not that old Kesha fan, we both enjoyed the songs. How this slipped in my top 5 is beyond me, and it's shameful. It is shameful on me.
Oh, into your top 5 of the year?
Yeah, because it for sure should have been in my top 5 of the year.
But you probably never listened to it, so.
Last year?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's shameful. Yeah. That's on me. That's gross negligence on my part. Yeah. It's like shooting a gun into like a crowd. Like, what are you thinking? Hello.
Hello.
But anyway, hello.
Yes.
But dude, this is, man, compared this to High Road or to Animal, High Road to Animal, you think on a first listen, like, this is a totally different artist. These two are not the same people. This is music first and pop second. It's damn good. There's a lot going on, but then you get into it, and there is the iconic like electronic pop stuffs on here, but it's deep, it's layered. It's not an electro pop sound with country influences. Now we're doing like, just, she's an artist who just happens to have like electro pop genres in her album, and it's just, this is now an album. It's not, I don't know, it's all over the place. There's a lot of things going on, and like, her acoustic guitar driven songs are fun and quirky, but they're masked over some like deep self-reflective inner emotional shit. And one of the later songs is written about like her absent father. And I was fucking blown away. Like, I listened to it like 6 times. I was blown away by how she can talk about a dad that she never had, but how she misses him so much. And I thought like, that was so fucking bizarre. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I mean, this is just, I guess, a difference of opinion, I guess. And I'm not in this situation, but like, we hear, like, people don't have parents a lot in music, and we hear it, and it's never like this. It's never like, oh, I miss my dad that I never had. And you think, like, how the fuck can you miss him? He was never there. Like, fuck him? Who cares? And you don't think of like that emotional toll it takes on somebody year after year. And it's called like father-daughter dance, of course. tearjerker, right? And so it's like you don't think about like the emotional like toll it takes on somebody year after year after year, decade after decade after decade. And she talks about maybe if her dad was in her life, would she be a different person? Would she even be the same person that she is now? She owes everything to the fact that her dad wasn't there, but she could be better. She could be worse. And it's an emotional roller coaster. And I could not believe it. I was blown away. I really was blown away. Not just that song too, though. By almost every song on this album. I thought every song on this album was well crafted. I thought she did a fantastic job. I would goddamn give this album near a perfect score if we did it today. I would. I fucking would. I was blown away by this album. Truly blown away.
I'm surprised. I'm
fucking surprised too. I did not think, dude. I did not think it would affect me the way that it did. But
in a million years, I never thought you would rank Animal as not your number one.
Dude, I like dissected it a lot because I was like, there's no way I can't not rank Animal number one because there's just too much history with it. It's just a good fucking album, and I can't do it. So I did like a list in my mind though, where I think I did a list of the pros and the cons, why it deserves to be there, why it doesn't deserve to be there, and I couldn't. I don't know, man. Like Kesha did something for me this week that I didn't think would happen. Animal is a damn near perfect banger because where we were at the time, that's a perfect representation of what we were doing with our life. Now High Road, decades later, not decades later, but years and years later, actually almost decades later, actually exactly 2 decades later. No, 1 decade later, right? 2010. Yeah, 1 decade later.
A little over 1 decade, yeah.
And then now, like, we're at a more self-reflective part of our life, and then she releases High Road. Like, dude, what is going on with this girl?
But she's also the same age as us.
I know.
So, she's a month older or a month younger than me and a month older than you. Like, she's smack dab in the middle of us.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
It's so fucking weird.
It is very bizarre. That's why, like, her music has been so relatable to us because we were the same age. When Animal came out, we were doing the same things that Animal was talking about. Now she releases High Road, and like after everything she's gone through, now she releases High Road, and it's very deep, it's very personal, and we still enjoy Animal, and it's great, but we're not kids anymore. They were grown ass adults, and here she released a grown ass adult record. But I do want to do some honorable mentions. I do want to do some honorable mentions.
Go for it. Yeah. What
and actually, my favorite song is Potato Song. That's that waltzy song.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? When that came on, and it starts off with like the boom, 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 boom. What the fuck is this? Like, this is bizarre. This is weird. So I don't know. Continue the joke. There was probably a pre-order available for it too last year, and fucking missed out on that.
Missed it. Yeah. From what it looks like, the only one of her records that doesn't have a vinyl release, it's Warrior, the second record.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I mean that's fine. I mean I would definitely get Animal and Rainbow on vinyl, but High Road, I maybe I need a few more listens, but yeah. So there you go. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad. I mean
did.
it's cool that she's just able to kind of progress and be like she's a really good songwriter. Like, you just can't deny it, just at all. And I mean, we're obviously going to get into that once we get into the album of the week, but I can't believe that fucking Animal, man. That is not your number one. I'm fucking so surprised by that.
I tried hard to make it my number one too. Like, I really did. Because you said the album of the week, I put it as number one. Yeah. And then I think, like, prove me otherwise. Show me I'm wrong, that type of thing. It's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, and it happened this time. So
it did. It doesn't happen often. Like, usually when we choose an album of the week, it's one of us likes it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So true. And that one specifically, like, oh my god, ooh,
yeah, I'm shocked. So, all right, so we're gonna get more into Animal and Kesha in general on the main episode. So go listen to that, and And while you're listening, go to Apple Podcasts, go rate, review, and subscribe to us on there. Follow us on social media at Asinine Radio. And thank you for listening. Keep listening. Tell your friends and family. And that's it. That's all. Div
Oh.